For today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Vegetables.
The weirdness with vegetables.
Yeah, I'm having lots of weirdness with vegetables.
It's not just you.
So this is more a question. And this has been going on for a while. And I don't know if it's weather manipulation, which we know happens, whether it's a matter of solar flares or whatever, a thinning or a thin magnetosphere, GMOs. I don't know, but there's some kind of fuckery going on with the vegetables.
Explain to us what's going on with the vegetables. Like, what are you experiencing with them?
Well, I mean, I understand as far as like celery. Celery is a weird thing. And over the years, I have consumed lots of celery.
You're a connoisseur of
I
celery.
am, because I enjoy, a lot of times I will go through these phases, and it's peanut butter and celery. And the peanut butter is the kind that you have to stir up and put in the refrigerator, because I've, like 30 some years I've eaten that kind.
Yeah.
It's peanuts and salt and nothing else. And it's like, there for a while, you would have these weird little spindly stalks of celery. And I'm like, what the hell happened here?
Yeah, they ain't much.
And
those little things, like, that's kind of like...
It's like a straw.
You can't even give this to a rabbit.
Yeah. And then over the holidays and stuff, I noticed it there near Thanksgiving, and it was similar to some of the celery that I had purchased there prior to Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it has, I don't know if it's pithy, if you want to say that. It's like it has separated.
Do what now?
Right. And it's like the stalk, instead of it being solid, it's like that it has separated in the middle.
That's weird.
And that there's this void that should not, this vacuum which should not be there. And so I don't use that. I just fling that, which means that you're throwing away
money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the oranges. Like, I swear they've gone bad so quickly.
It's not that hot in our house.
It's not hardly that hot. Like, it's on 70.
Right.
Most of the time. That's normal temperature. That is not hot.
No.
That produce should not be spoiling that quickly. Like, it's literally like within a couple of days that we get it, and it's already going to the bad.
Right. By the time that you get it home, and I'm sure we're not the only ones that have, that we have purchased things, and then when we did get it home, it was already spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
And even as far as onions, and I understand people's like, well, that's why you're supposed to go out and pick them independently and make bullshit.
Now you tell me, if you're living in an area with some shit soil, how are you going to grow anything?
Well, I mean, there are some people around here, but as far as in the store, they have just the loose onions where you can go and you can examine them and put them in bags for yourself, instead of going and had gone to SAMHSA there a couple of weeks ago, stored them in a cool, dry environment, which is supposed to be really good for the onions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I had French onion soup today, because I figure onions, again, with the, anytime you got colds, onions are good for you.
Let your food be your medicine.
Absolutely. And so 2 of the onions, because these were larger, a lot of times Sam's sells produce in bulk so that restaurants and, such businesses can go and purchase from them.
Right.
Which is great. And so I had gotten one of the big bags of onions. And they were the good sized big onions. Not these little things that looks like, a quarter. Yeah. That is not an onion. That's an annoyance.
Yeah, no, they're the big onions. Like, they're relatively, like, almost softball size onions.
That's an onion. And that's the kind that you want if you're making French onion soup or something like that. We use onions a lot. And so cut 2 of them, and they were perfectly fine. And then that third one, for whatever reason, there was a ring of something not happy about midway.
Like mold?
No, it wasn't mold, but it was almost like it was some kind of spoilage, but it was not mold. And I do understand that onions have to be stored someplace else before they get brought to the store. And so if they're improperly stored, and I have done that before, got a bag of onions and brought them home, and then you get to use one, and then some of those can be molded, which is annoying.
It is.
But most people are not going to fool with taking that back to the store. They're really not. And it's just a shit way to do business. But this one was weird, and it was brown-ish. It was this weird brownish, grayish color. It was almost slimy.
Ew, that is right.
It was some kind of spoilage.
So somehow it was going bad from the inside out.
Midway, it didn't come from the very center of the onion.
That's weird.
Yes, that's what I thought. So
I've never seen anything like that happen to an onion before,
it's
let
weird.
alone hear it.
And maybe it happens. That's why we're asking you all. Maybe it happens all the time, and you're like, Orlando, honey, this is just what this is.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of shit that does just. It's just a normal thing, and where we don't talk to many people,
Right.
other than family.
Like
we are sort of like in our own little bubble here.
But I have been cooking since I was 3, literally.
You
I
have.
have seen shit with the produce and stuff that I have never seen before. This was one of them.
When the McDonald's and the Bristol Walmart was still a thing, I got grossed out by a pickle stem.
Oh, a pickle stem.
Yeah, it was
God.
in my burger, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" It literally disturbed me.
Well, now somebody who was not paying attention and put a pickle stem on somebody's burger.
I don't know, but I like legit.
God,
It grossed me out.
Well, I can understand that.
'Cause
They're prickly.
It's not only prickly. It was like it just looked like something that you weren't supposed to eat because it's not.
You're not supposed to eat them now.
I'm like, the fuck is this? It looks like a worm.
Well, I'm sure, and you being a kid, I can see very much, but it was not. It was just the pickle stem. But it still should not have been on your burger.
Yeah, I mean, like it just disturbed me because that was the first time I've seen something like that, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Right. Yeah. And it's like, it's just this weirdness of people not paying attention.
I
don't know.
Sometimes I wonder if it's really their fault for not paying attention, because right now the energy is so fucked up. It's literally like you're walking through cloud or fog vision.
Yeah, it really, and the energy today has just been, and it could be just because I don't physically feel well, but the energy has been so heavy, just soul crushing.
Mm-hmm. It truly has been. It's just.
And so that's the go ahead and make the pot of French onion soup. Which actually, and what did I do? I Appalachian engineered the French onion soup. I threw away the part that was bad and used the rest because the rest of it was okay.
Yep.
But that was what I thought was just so weird. Why would it be? Is it like rings on a tree? The only kind of onions that we have ever grown, it's been those little spring onions, the little green onions.
Yeah.
And because that is something that, I don't know, we just never did grow the kind that I don't even know, once those things are ripe, how you are supposed to, I mean, I know you dig them up, but as far as to get them to the stage where they're dried, like the outside like they are in the grocery store. I don't even know how to do that. Nobody's ever shown me how to do that. Now, I can tell you how to fix dried beans.
Now, that sounds like a YouTube question, because YouTube can tell you
right
how to do that. But I don't know that we've ever even tried to raise regular onions.
No. Where our house is, the soil is not good.
It's not. Like, it's filled with clay.
It is a very high clay content. It holds water. When it has been raining lots, you can walk out in the backyard and the water will billow up over your feet. It's almost,
It literally acts like a sponge and just...
It's just nasty.
It's gross. It's some shit soil.
It really is. So that is not good for growing anything, really.
Nope. Not at all.
So that's just, yeah. So we were just wondering, it's like, if you all have answers about this, I really am looking for information.
What produce weirdness have y'all experienced? Have y'all experienced anything relatively new over these past, 3 years? Because I swear shit has just gotten whacked beyond belief.
Yeah. And it has always freaked me out. The GMOs freak me out so bad. We don't know what we're eating. Just because it says organic, that doesn't mean that it is. Even if you grow the produce yourself, they could have done something to the seeds.
Yeah. They could have genetically modified them in some way. They could have sprayed shit.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those, it's sort of like if you're not paranoid, you're not paying attention.
Literally. Shit's scary now, though.
It is.
And I was telling Dad, he got a little freaked out when I told him about the ABBA concert, going off topic just real quick, about how they're having holograms rather than the actual people perform. And the holograms look like how they used to, like back in the 70s.
Right.
In their prime.
Well, it's...
quote-unquote prime.
This is the thing. People, we are in a denial of reality.
That's the sad thing. It's like, I'm over here, Gen Z, it's not necessarily a denial of reality that I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with the fact that shit's not how it should be.
Right.
Literally, I'm struggling with the fact that we really do need to just haul ass back with tech just a little bit. We need to go backwards in time with that shit and just...
No, unfortunately, it's not how it works.
I know.
As individuals, we can do that.
Until time travel becomes a thing.
No, God, no. That would be horrific. Time travel would be horrific. Now, can you imagine how much more fucked up everything would be if the reptilians could do that?
They already are.
Well, God help.
There's a celebrity that people are saying is actually a time traveler.
Oh. No. That's for the big brains to answer those questions of why that can't be done.
Well, that's the thing. There's certain parts of her timeline that we're all just looking at, and it's like, that doesn't make much sense.
Well, if it's a celebrity anything, none of it makes sense. So... I just want to know about the vegetables.
They took the fucking cornucopia from the Fruit of the Loom and then changed Berenstain to Berenstain.
Right.
So yeah, they do got that tech to go back and change shit.
Well, I don't know. It's just everything is crazy. It really is, and it's hard to keep your bearings when everything is this weird.
This is mind-breaking. This is shit that puts you up in the asylum.
I really do. I think it's CERN.
I was talking about that with my brother the other day when I called him.
And that it warped time and space.
He's saying that we overestimate them a lot. And
no, I've heard him talk those things before. And I'm like,
you are so full of shit.
No, I think he doesn't want to think about it that hard. I think that it really bothers him more than we realize.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't. He just sort of, zones out. And there's a lot of people that's doing that because the brains are being broken. And it's, yeah.
It's some shit.
The gaslighting, it's real. And it's been proven to be real. But that is one of the good things right now. There is the evidence of what some of us have been saying for decades is there. And there are people that are waking up.
There are.
So that's a good thing.
Yes.
But if somebody that's amongst y'all out here, some of the pirates there, if y'all know what the hell is going on with the vegetables, and we just, yeah,
for real. Are they is the produce spoiling faster for anyone else? Like, is it like, do you get it home and then all of a sudden it's just bad?
Like within a day.
Yeah. Like, does that happen to anyone else?
I mean,
or
it's
is this
crazy.
just some weirdness that we've been experiencing?
And maybe it's just the warehouses near here that something's going on with them. But this is on different stores.
Yeah.
And I don't think that they have the same warehouse. I really don't.
No, I don't know. There's a lot of warehouses around here.
Right, but I mean, as far as the storage facilities, that usually each store has their own warehouses that ships to that specific store.
Yeah. Are we going to have to start buying from local farmers?
I would love to
instead?
start buying from local farmers, but celery is out of season right now. And it's just one of those things that, because it does have to be shipped in, and it could be some kind of shipping fuckery where people are not able to get the produce and they're still trying to sell the produce even though that it, shouldn't have been sold.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
We don't.
This is why I'm asking. I am seeking information and knowledge. But it's just weird.
It is.
Ginger. I am going to learn how to grow my own ginger root, because I think those are things that you could grow maybe indoors.
Okay.
They're not, if you can leave them on the counter and they'll sprout.
We could grow some other herbs.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to grow an herb garden this year. Some of the things that and I only need it when I need it, and that is horseradish root, fresh horseradish root, which is a very damn difficult thing to say altogether.
Fresh horseradish root.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
See.
Fuck.
And
It's
because
like seashells by the seashore.
Because that is not you don't need much of it. Most people don't. But except when you do.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time when I could find some in the stores. That's been years ago. They've stopped carrying that. Of course, if it didn't sell, and even then, it was so dried up that I would have to soak it like for a day before I can even use it. So I'm going to learn how to grow horseradish root, how to store it, how to preserve it.
Yeah.
Because you can use that and make a really good cough syrup.
You could grow some golden seal.
Oh yeah, I need to grow some golden seal. I need to grow vast quantities of golden seal. That is something for sinus problems. I've used that for many years very successfully.
It works.
It does. It does. You do not tincture. It's rough. You can do the tincture, and I've done the tincture.
Fuck the tincture.
It's like
give me the
bile.
capsule.
It does. It tastes like bile.
It's
nasty.
Yeah.
But if you're that sick,
you'll do anything.
Oh,
to
I've
get
done
better.
it before. I've done it by the dropper.
I mean, when you're sick as a dog, you'll do anything to get better.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So we've got... and the Wombo came up with this really awesome vegetable monster, which I think is great.
It is.
We need
great.
that as a poster.
We do. You could put that on Redbubble and then buy it from there.
Can I?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a thought. We might do that.
Like, seriously, just put some of that AI art on there as posters or whatever. You can
Well,
sell them.
how cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
Anyhow, final thoughts on the vegetable weirdness.
I have thoughts, but I don't want to share them.
Okay.
Because literally, I'm
Soylent
freaked
Green.
out. I'm freaked out right now.
Soylent Green.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I don't want that to become a thing.
Honey, it's one of those, we do the best we can with what we got. You pray over it and give thanks for it, and just you don't have to think about everything that hard. So, I just, like I said, I was just curious to know if it was just me or if it was happening to somebody else.
It has to happen.
It's called a reality check.
It has to be happening to other people. It has to be. There's no way that we can be the only ones that are experiencing this.
No, I don't think so. Mom has got stuff, and she's like, what the hell is wrong with this? Well, she didn't say hell, but, you know.
That's like fucking anomalies. I swear we're the only ones around here that deal with anomalies.
No, I don't know. We're the only ones that's willing to talk about it.
Stuff vanishing, being moved without you moving it.
Mm-hmm. We're just the ones that are talking about it. Other people they don't want to think about it too hard. They really don't. So, is that your final thoughts?
Yeah.
If you've had experiences with paranormal, supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, weird produce, then send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. It's there in the description box. And if you want to say, Orlando honey, you overthinking it, that's okay too.
Yeah. I don't think you're overthinking it. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe. Click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all and have a good.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.